Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ezinne Zara, and this video has already been recorded before, but then I finished recording and saw that I was out of focus the whole time, so that's why there's no more food here. I've eaten all the food, but we're going to re-record. I have some help today. This is a video where I just want us to have like conversations about random stuff, Q&A style. Normally when I ask you guys to send me your questions, the questions usually revolve around the same things like faith, dating. Not that those type of things are not important, but variety is the spice of life. So I went online and went to search for, random questions that I could be asked. But instead of going to the questions in a chronological order, I will just pick at random and we'll see what my answers are going to be today.
Number 7, smack in the middle.
Oh, okay.
How many pairs of shoes do you have?
That's a good question. I think 5. I'm not really a fashionista or a stylish person. You guys have noticed that I somehow seem to always be wearing black. I don't even know how. Like, it can look like, oh, is it the same thing? It's like different pieces, but they're always black because for me it's so easy to wear. So I just find that I tend to gravitate more towards like just comfort and ease instead of style. My brother bought me some sneakers some months ago and I still haven't worn them because I'm not even just sure how to start putting the outfits, so I just left it in my wardrobe. So yeah.
You said that's a good question. Why is it such a good question?
Because it's easy to answer. Question number 9.
Do you like scary movies?
No, I do not like scary movies. I just feel like I can't stand violence in movies. I can't stand blood in movies. And then when you now come to horror movies, like I don't watch horror movies as a rule of thumb. I think I stopped almost 8 years ago. I haven't watched a horror movie in 8 years because I noticed that when I would watch the movies, the spirits or whatever or the demons from the movies would follow me. Sometimes if I'm sleeping in the night, I'll just wake up because I feel like there's something or somebody in the room there. I went to pray and I was like, God, what's going on? And he was like, oh, is this things that you're watching? It creates like a, portal in your soul for these things to come and just maybe like make their dwelling place, with you. So I don't watch horror. They create this image of the demons so that if you see them in your dreams or you actually see them with your physical eyes, it won't be as jarring as if you've never seen them before. There's just something, I don't know if I'm the only one, like when you finish watching a horror movie, it's like it leaves an aura with you. I don't know how to just explain it. It's almost like you're carrying the thing. And then I think that it also creates a breeding ground in your soul for the spirit of fear. You just find that you're always afraid. And you're wondering, like, why am I afraid? And it's that you are actually just creating portals in your soul for all these demons and principalities. So I'm not a fan. I don't watch horror movies and I don't endorse horror movies. Period. Question number 3.
If you could live anywhere, where would it?
I had a feeling I would pick Nigeria. I know it sounds cringe, like, oh my goodness, please. But I think like up until maybe last year, I was very much like, oh, I would love to live somewhere else, just experience the culture and this and that. But I also feel like the older I'm getting, maybe this is why you should make moves when you're much younger, because like the older I'm getting, the more I'm desiring stability, sort of, just wanting something that is, familiar, that is comfortable. I would say that my sense of adventure is dwindling a bit. That is on one hand. Then on the other hand is the fact that all my friends are here, all my family is here. I have a very good church that I love. Like, I'm just having more reasons to want to stay here. I can't even imagine myself living somewhere else. I don't think it will bring me as much joy. And then recently, I'm also starting to realize how much I don't like being in a place that is cold. And Nigeria, like, has a temperature that I'm already used to. So I feel like if we could remove the, corruption, Nigeria would be a wonderful place to be. We have amazing food, yeah. 14. Aww.
Something no one knows about you.
Well, if I said it, then everyone would know it about me, wouldn't it? That kind of defeats the purpose of no one knowing it about me. But you know what's funny? And I think you were, talking about this the other day, that there is a way you see yourself, there is a way God sees you, and then there is a way other people see you. So there might be things that I don't know about myself that other people know. So I want to throw it to you. Like, what's something that you know about me that maybe other people don't know?
Workaholic.
I'm not a workaholic.
Fun.
Oh yeah. Well, I feel like people are starting to know because I've started like expressing myself more on camera. But I'm really funny, and I think it's because how can you? You are rude. You are very rude. You are very rude. I really. Oh, stop that. I'm very funny. You'll be laughing a lot. I think I'm very funny. My mom is also a really, really funny person. So I think that's where I got that from. Me and all my siblings, I feel like we always have jokes, we're always laughing. But the funniest person in my house has to be Somebi. Then after Somebi, I believe is me. Let's have number 4.
What YouTube channels do you watch?
Oh my days, that's scandalous. To be honest, I don't think I want to share that. Because I feel like I watch such an array of commentary channels that if I start sharing, people will be like, is this what Ezinne is watching? But people I'm willing to talk about are from the Daily Wire company. I watch Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro, Candace, Owens, and my fave, Brett Cooper. I think because they cover real world issues in a very practical manner. So whether it's cultural issues, political issues, world issues, I get to hear about it without the fear mongering, because I think that many mainstream news channels are not actually trying to tell the news as much as they're trying to spread fear. I think at a point I even stopped listening to the news, because anytime you, like, there's never good news. Does that make any sense? Like, it's always bad news. It's always like there was an earthquake, there's robbery, someone has died, somebody stole money. Like, why do I need to know all of this? It's really depressing enough. Like, so I just stopped listening to the news. But these people have been able to keep me up to date with everything that is going on in the world, because they approach news topics from a very practical, honest, and sometimes biblical point of view. Many of them are Christians, so they'll talk about it, and you hear the news, but you're not scared. They just give their point of view, and yeah. So funny enough, that's mostly what I watch.
You didn't mention the guy you introduced me to, Marcus Brown, that thing.
Oh, I don't watch Marcus Brownlee. Like, I just know of him. He does like reviews, tech reviews. I don't really have an interest in that. Last question number 8.
Do you have any regrets?
Why did I pick that? Do I have any regrets? I don't think there's any human being, maybe except my husband, who lives without regrets. Because he will always be like, well, everything happens for a reason, or you always have one inspirational quotes like this.
I don't have regrets. I just want to. I believe regrets is one of the most negative, or is the most negative emotion a human being can feel. Is the emotion that essentially kills and just makes you feel the most depressed. So,
Yeah.
just, for example, if at the end of time you are judged and you see the many things that you could have achieved, and you see that you didn't reach, the heights that God called you to reach, or you didn't even, get to know His presence, and now you have to live forever without knowing His presence. Primary feeling and emotion that will envelop you is regret. That regret will be more painful than the pain that you might feel from torture. That regret is the greatest thing that you would just want to do away with. So regret for me is like
It's like a taste of hell.
It's like a taste of hell.
That's so good. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, so the reason I don't dwell on it is because there's hope. And because there's hope, I get to
make better choices. Why is so deep?
It brings us back to our question. Do you have any regrets?
I do, I do. I have like daily regrets. That's on one hand, like just daily regrets, like, oh, I should have done this, or oh, I should have done that, which I'm still working through. You are helping me, God is also helping me. Just like you are a human being, you're going to make mistakes. So I think I beat myself up when I make any mistake. I don't know why. I remember, like, shortly after we got married, that I was, boiling rice. And there was rice that was left over that had spoiled, but I didn't know it had spoiled. And I had cooked like the last rice that we had. And I just thought to myself, like, okay, let me just pour the old one into the new one so it can steam up or something. And as I was pouring it, that was when I now smelt it that it was bad. And I just kept on saying, oh, I should have smelt it first. Somehow I should have known that this thing was bad. Like, I just couldn't get past that thing. Now I've ruined lunch. I have to go out and buy rice. I've made the time later. Like, I was just beating myself up until you were just like, can you let it go? You made an error. You're a human being. And I was just like, I don't know what it is. You can imagine what now happens when I make like really big, like, mistakes, or when I think I may have done something wrong. It's not funny. I don't know if it's the way I was raised. Maybe because daddy had like such high expectations of all of us, and we had to be a, particular kind of way. I'm having a therapy session on camera. That's something I'm hoping to change this year. I'm trying to be more gentle and kind to myself.
Yeah, awesome. I think that when you are in like close relationships with people, generally conversations tend to be like therapy sessions, therapeutic, or just help you like see things that you weren't seeing before. So standard stuff. It's just all
Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me today. I hope you had fun listening in on our conversation. I want to know what your answers would have been to the questions that we asked. So just pick any of the questions that we asked and just let me know your answers in the comment section below. I would love to read it and chat with you guys. Thank you so much once again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.